A few years ago, there was a boy named Saad. People said that an evil spirit had cast its shadow over him. But the real question remains, where did this presence come from? And that it was this dark force that eventually took his life. And what really happened that caused Saad to die? My name is Ahmed. I am Saad's father. Behind our house lies a very old graveyard, built during the British era. Even today, the windows of our house open toward that graveyard, and from the rooftop, the terrifying place is clearly visible. Even the air that entered Saad's room came from the direction of the graveyard. It was around 2:30 a.m. Saad was studying as usual. When he looked outside the window, there was no sign of anyone, only an eerie silence in the graveyard. The birds were restless, flying back and forth. Suddenly, dogs began to bark as if they had sensed something inhuman. He had no idea that the sight he was about to witness would change his life forever. She had already entered the graveyard. Saad knew that going into a graveyard at such an hour was wrong. As he reached the window, he saw a woman wearing a dirty, torn sheet. But something inside him pushed him forward. And then, what he feared most happened. Saad reached her grave, and now he stood right in front of her. He asked who she was and what she was doing there so late at night. Without turning her body around, her horrifying face was now looking directly at Saad. Terrified beyond control, Saad lost his senses and ran wildly. As he reached the graveyard gate, his foot struck a stone. Because of the injury, he lost consciousness right there. In the morning, I found Saad lying unconscious. He told us everything that had happened during the night. From that very day, his health began to deteriorate. He started having strange attacks, and sleep abandoned him. He claimed that blood was dripping from the ceiling of his room, and that the same woman appeared in his dreams. He was too terrified to sleep. Days passed like this, until one day, Saad came out of his room. His clothes were dirty. I moved toward him, but suddenly, the same sound of cracking bones filled the air. Just like that woman, Saad twisted his neck completely backward. His face was now toward me, while his body remained turned the other way. And within seconds, Saad's lifeless body collapsed onto the floor. The graves of the British can still be seen there. Saad moved to close the window. The dogs had surrounded her. Saad went outside and followed the woman. The woman twisted her neck completely backward. While the rest of her body remained facing the other way, he fell to the ground and hit his head. I quickly carried him home. When he woke up, suddenly, a sound echoed like human bones cracking, and there were deep scratch marks on his hands, made by fingernails. Disturbed by the noise, by then, and she was slowly making her way toward the graveyard,